We got the opening ceremony underway over on Channel 13, and it's feeling like the Winter Olympics here in Central Indiana. Welcome to your Friday night. It is 10 o'clock here in Central Indiana, 11 o'clock on Saturday morning in Beijing, where medals will be handed out for the first time on Saturday. Thank you so much for joining us here on Facebook Live. We know many of you are probably watching the opening ceremony rebroadcast tonight over on Channel 13. Thank you for watching both. It's great to be with you. Wait until you see the temperatures that we're going to be waking up to here in Indiana beginning on Saturday morning. Also, we're going to be getting with friend of the show, Emily Longnecker. She's going to talk about some of the dangers that exist when we deal with snow and ice, and of course, these very frigid temperatures. We'll get with her in a moment, and wait until you see the skiing prowess of Kelly Green, our meteorologist, finding a ski slope in Fishers, of all places. All to come here on this Friday night. Let us know where you're watching Facebook Live. We'll give you a shout out over the next 15 minutes. Angela Buckman, we have reached the end of the week, and thank goodness the snow is finally stopped. It is not falling anymore, but the temperatures are. The temperatures are for sure. We're down into the teens. One thing that's holding us steady, Scott, clouds and a few flurries. I went out to check the parking lot, and there are a couple flurries. It's not a lot of snow, but it does mean we have clouds overhead. And really, for us to get the bitter cold, the really low temperatures, our skies have to clear. Now, don't let your guard down, because I still think we've got plenty of time to get close to zero by first thing tomorrow morning. Lovely.
So, yeah, I know when I go home, I've got a couple faucets on my outer walls that I'm going to have to drip just for tonight, because zero, if not a couple of degrees below zero, if we clear fast enough. Right now, we're in the teens across the area, so if you've been out and about, you know it's cold. If you've had to shovel, you know it's cold. We're down to 12 in Richmond, the lowest, 16 Columbus, 19 Indianapolis and Greencastle, Lafayette 2, 17 degrees in Kokomo, and we have 18 in Muncie. Still thinking we get clear enough as this fast-moving, weak weather system bringing us clouds and a few flurries exits, and we drop close to zero by first thing tomorrow morning. So protect your home, your family, your pets when it does get this cold. We do have sunshine on tap for tomorrow after the cold start. It's going to be a struggle most of the day. 12 at noon and a high close to 20. The sun will help start to melt things a little bit, and then we actually get above freezing for a few hours on Sunday for the end of the weekend. I know a lot of us have been digging out, moving the snow. It'd be nice to have temperatures go above freezing to get the melting going. Right. And that will happen by the end of the weekend. I must say, I'm very thankful for the INDOT workers and the DPW workers, because yesterday, obviously, it was a mess and they couldn't really get out and pre-treat the roads, and they were doing the best they could. But boy, today was a different story in downtown Indy. It seemed like the roads in and around downtown were cleared, and the interstates looked great. So congrats to all those workers. And now, of course, it's trying to get into those side streets and making sure that the neighborhoods are plowed out, because a lot of people are waiting for snow trucks to arrive in their neighborhoods. They are, and if you see some of the tight kind of downtown streets, the downtown neighborhoods, you've got cars that have been parked up along, the curb where they're allowed to park, but then you have snow plows going by and burying the cars. So it is going to take a process of a couple of days to get everything kind of clear and back to 100% moving. Yeah, you bet. Let's say hello to some of our Facebook friends who are joining us tonight. For whatever reason, I can't seem to get the comments. See, sometimes that happens to me. What is the story with that? Why does that happen? Maybe try scrolling up. Yeah, okay, there we go. We got a couple hundred folks with us. Teresa's with us here in Indy. Rebecca says shoveling was a nightmare. Oh, it was heavy. It was heavy. That is hard work to do. Well, and we say push, don't pick lift, up and lift. Right, you're going to mess up your back. It was too heavy to push. Sure was. Brian is with us. Debbie joining us tonight saying y'all stay warm and safe up north. Christina joining us saying hi. We've got Linda from Ponte Vedra Beach coming home on Monday. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. But at least you missed all the snow. Yeah, hopefully she's having a good time there in Florida. We've got Wes joining us tonight. John all joining us tonight. Melinda from Muncie. Monica saying hello. Lori from Kokomo. I mentioned Glenn and Teresa, Monica and Rachel. So it's great to have everybody here on this Friday night. So nice to have you with us.
Let's go ahead and we'll get back to Angela coming up in a moment. I do want to turn our attention to our big story tonight. We are going to talk about what's happening with this big dig out of all the snow. And of course, there's some dangers that come with all the snow and ice. A friend of the show, Emily Longnecker, inside the warm, comfy confines of Emily's house tonight. And
Yes.
I'm glad you were out in the elements yesterday, my friend. I am glad you are inside and warm tonight. Tell us about your story.
Well, I was out in the elements again today. I was up in Hamilton County in Fishers at Flat Fork Park watching the kids come down the hill there. It was a great time watching them, and I bet it was a great time for them. I mean, a lot of smiles on faces. Talked to a doctor also at Riley Hospital for Children who was saying that, in the past couple of days, though, at the ER, they have seen an increase in injuries and folks kids coming in because they've had broken bones from sledding, or in some cases frostbite. So we talked a little bit, about the importance of kind of having a plan and being aware that these kind of things can happen. And he was talking about, when we have our kids on bicycles, we put a helmet on them, but we don't think necessarily about making them wear a helmet while they're sledding. And he said that's a good measure to take. And also probably don't go down the hill head first, right? So we talked about also kind of checking out the hill, making sure there's no rocks or tree stumps or anything like that they could run into, because this can lead to some broken bones, or if they hit their head, a TBI. I mean, this is the reality. He said it's a great time. It's been beautiful the past 2 days. If you're a kid, that you can get out in the snow and have a wonderful time. And I have fond memories of doing that as a child myself. But the reality is sometimes things can happen, right? So you have to be careful. He also talked about the signs of frostbite and hypothermia, and what parents need to look out for there, and the steps that they need to take if they think that that's an issue for their kids.
Okay, I have two questions. I want to know, did you get on a sled today? Do we have any video of you going down the hill?
No, I didn't. I did not get on a sled because, well, here's the thing. I didn't have my own sled, and I don't want to take the fun away from a kid. Also, I think, I've been out in this for a couple days. So I've been, I've had my share of being out in it. I love a good sled ride. I do. And I love to downhill ski and cross country ski. And I grew up all of that as a kid. I think it's a little different when you're working in it, but no, I didn't grab a kid's sled and say, hey, let me go down, one thing. And we were kind of getting our job done, but maybe in some of my downtime, I'll take some to enjoy the snow myself. I was
so hoping to see you do a Clark Griswold and get on a small saucer and just go down the hill as fast as anybody, right?
Look, I've got it in me. You know that.
I know you do, Em.
I'm a goofball. I like to have fun. I'm not always serious, but
okay. And if people are seeing that video and saying that looks fun for my kids, where is that Emily was sledding or showing the kids sledding? Where is that?
Flat Fork Park in Fishers.
Okay. All right. Very good. All right. So there you go. So if anybody is interested in doing that, that's the place to go. And Em, I'm glad you are safe. Warm tonight. Yes. Look forward to your story tonight. All part of our big story coverage coming up tonight on 13 News. Have a great weekend, my friend.
Okay. Take care. See ya.
All right. There's Emily Longnecker. She'll be part of our big story tonight. Let's bring Angela back. All right, Angela.
So cute. I couldn't help but laugh. The first kid going down so fast.
I know,
hit the little ramp.
Going down 50 miles an hour head first or whatever. It looked like it was 50 miles an hour.
It looked fast. And that park, by the way, is off of Cynthia Ann.
Okay.
So kind of almost to Fortville.
Okay.
And that hill was specifically designed for sledding. So Emily mentioned the fact that you obviously want to make sure there aren't tree stumps or big rocks or anything like that. Fishers Park specifically designed that for a sledding hill.
Yeah, okay.
On the one side, and then you can kind of walk up during the summertime on the other side.
It sure looks fun. You know, the worst part about sledding, of course, is the walk up.
Yes.
I mean, that's just
But you do get reward.
Oh, yeah, you get the great reward for sure. All right, so we've seen the sledding, we've seen the fun, and of course some of the dangers that come with that. We also want to show, finally tonight before we say goodnight, got to show you what Kelly Green did. Kelly had maybe the best day of anybody here at Channel 13. She went skiing in Fishers. Check this out.
Oh, wait.
It's just Awesome.
Oh my
So
gosh, it's so much fun.
Kelly called that the Mount Fuji of Fishers. She's skiing near the exit ramp at I-69 and 116th Street.
So much fun.
Now, I know that Kelly spends a lot of time skiing with her girlfriends,
Yes.
and she does a lot of ski trips, so she's a very good skier, and it's fun to see her there in Fishers. So it's kind of a fun piece of video.
And for your little ones, that is not an approved Fishers Hill.
No.
That is Kelly Green only.
Yeah, that is a Kelly Green thing only.
A Kelly Green special. That's it.
Yeah, that's a good thing to mention there. Let's see what our friends are saying tonight. Let's see. We've got Joanne singing "Bring on the Sunshine." Are we getting any sunshine this weekend?
We will get sunshine both days. And like I said, even if we don't get above freezing, sometimes the sunshine is just enough to start breaking up the snow that's left behind on the driveways and the sidewalks and stuff.
All right, Glenn says frostbite can get worse on you for sure. Let's see, we've got, just Jim, greetings from Arizona.
Okay, Jim. Hi.
I know, Jim rubbing it in that he's in warm Arizona while we're all freezing here. Let's see. Who else is joining us tonight? A lot of people saying hello to Emily. They're happy that she is there. And so, yeah. And Tanya saying it's 70 in her apartment. What do you keep your thermostat at, by the way, when it's this cold?
I'm at 64, 65.
Wow. Well, you know, that's warm when you compare your temperature to Sean Ash, right? Who keeps his like probably in the 50s right now.
Oh,
right?
I don't think he's that. He might be. He might be. I don't know.
Maybe low 60s.
I don't know. But yeah, typically 64, 65.
All right. So wake up weather tomorrow is going to be very cold, right?
Very cold. We've got clouds and a couple flurries overhead that's keeping us in the teens. But I think we clear just fast enough over the next few hours that we drop close to zero. Wind chills 5 to maybe 15 below, so take precautions from the cold. Don't let your pet spend too much time outside during the day tomorrow.
All right, Facebook friends, thank you so much for tuning over from the Winter Olympics opening ceremony, the rebroadcast that is underway on Channel 13. Angela and I will be joining you after the Olympics over on 13. Otherwise, have a terrific weekend. Good night.